are you gonna ask her out?
What?
When are you going to ask her out? Pick up your phone, call her, get a date with her.
Hello? Mike, are you busy? Do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
Pick me up at 7?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. See you tonight.
You're seeing her tonight.
I'm seeing her tonight.
You're picking her up.
Yeah.
What car are you gonna use? The invisible one?
I know you're thinking paint's kind of faded and the chrome's not so bright, but this thing runs like a scalded dog. What do you say?
Hey.
I gotta run upstairs. I'll be there around 8.
No problem.
Where's the car? If I'd have known, you think for 1 second I would have sold that kid the car?
If I don't get my drugs, I'm gonna kill everyone.
I found this in a glove compartment and
Kelsey! Are you eating or going out?
This freaking car is right here.
Donnie found the car!
Stuff must have been in there before I got the car. It's not mine.
It's not his. It's ours.
What? Hey, just take the car, throw my bike out, and then run it over. That's how I'm late.
Where's the car?
I don't have it.
That is my score.
We can all get what we need from this situation. What do you want?
The Coke.
The money.
Long-term partnership.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Bring him down, boys. Bring him down.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun are you having right now?
Tyson, Shelby, Jeff in Las Vegas. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Good afternoon, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I saw this at Sundance 6 months ago. I tried to get interviews with you guys and it didn't happen. So I patiently waited 6 months and it's worth the wait. Thank you so much for both of you joining me today.
Oh, thanks for
Thank
having
you,
me.
man.
You know, Tyson, Mike's having the worst night of his life, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did not turn out as expected at all.
It's funny because, you know, in these kind of teen first date kind of movies, they usually are really light. This movie got so dark so quickly. And I love the character of Mike because he's not a typical teenager. You know, in the very opening scene, his parents are heading to Vegas, which is great. Thank you. And he's like, okay, you can have a party. I don't mind. Your mom's like, oh, you have a girl, you got a date. There's condo upstairs. It's like, you can't break the rules if you tried. So other people are breaking the rules around you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's my parents are quite interesting, at the least to say.
And Shelby, you know, you play Kelsey. She's tough. She's independent. I mean, first time we see her, she's, you know, hitting the bag, which is like, tells about her character right away. Strong, independent woman. Does she have a crush on Mike, though?
I think they have an unspoken crush, maybe a past. Well, actually, we kind of established that, but I don't think, you know, the audience really knows. But yeah, she does have a little crush on Mike. We get a glimpse of it when the garage closes and she kind of ignores, you know, the neighbor kid and gives Mike that little like, hey. But
And Tyson, Mike is going on a date with Shelby, but he needs a car. Parents took the car to Vegas, so he goes to buy a car where all the trouble happens. Tell me about finding that car. The director told me he found it on Craigslist. So what was like driving that thing? It doesn't look like they did anything to it.
Not really. Driving it was still very fun, though. The engine, still very old school V8 engine. So, oh, man, the power you just felt from like just stepping on the gas and going. That was fun. That was fun. Other than that, the car, like during whenever we were taking breaks and I was just sitting in the car, it was very photogenic, just like the I don't know what kind of metal there is inside the car, but like the way it would shine in the light and just look at nighttime. I took a lot of photos. I was sitting inside. It was a very beautiful car, even though it was, you know, it's been through its years and all that stuff, but it was still a classic to me. So
Yeah, and can you imagine that's how they made cars back then? That was steel. I mean, not fiberglass. So that thing was like, you know, a boat.
oh yeah, it drove like a boat.
I love calling it the boat. It really was a boat.
And Shelby, we wouldn't have a teen comedy movie without a bully. And you have to deal with Chet. He's a bully and a jock. Tell me about working with him and tell me about the actor, because usually they're nothing like that in real person, obviously. but playing someone who's such a jerk like that.
I think it's funny. There is always that character, you know, in movies, but Brandon, who plays Chet, he actually is also a producer on the movie. So he was on set, you know, frequently, and he was always our time guy, you know, like, all right, we gotta go. Only one more take. You know, he was always like the stern one. So it was actually kind of funny to see him when he did play Chet, and we kind of had that banter back and forth. So it was fun. He's nothing like Chet in person. He's actually super nice, but it was fun to interact with him on set as a producer and then on set as Chet too.
Yeah, because you punched him in the car. Did you really hit him a couple of times with a little slipped in there?
I didn't. No,
Oh.
I didn't. It was all acting.
And Tyson, is it me, or like an hour into this movie, I'm like, Mike barely says anything. It's always reactions, and that's the most difficult part in acting, is to react to something, you know. But Mike has very little dialogue in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was my favorite part, was the fact that first, this is my first feature, and then having to take on a challenge of not having a lot of lines in the beginning. I have to like say everything through my face, because I feel like a lot of acting is that, in a way, in a sense, even if you do have lines. So like getting to get used to that early on in my career was a great thing to kind of get out the way and get used to already. So I like know how to internally feel, and then hopefully it's that gets expressed in my face. There we go. Yeah.
And Shelby, Manuel told me that he saw Tyson's audition tape and instantly fell in love with him. And he was saying, like, I don't have anyone to run lines, so I have to do it myself. You know, there was no one there to do the audition with him. And he said the moment he got you two together, that the chemistry was just perfect. So can you recall the first time you ran lines or you met Tyson?
Yeah, when I met Tyson, it was during the chemistry read. So I read with Tyson and then another actor who was also great. But it just felt different with Tyson. I think he made the environment. I know we were both nervous because it was, you know, this is our first like big project. I had never done a chemistry read before. So I just kind of went into it openly. And the difference between him and the other actor was just like night and day. And he made me feel so comfortable, and he was like making jokes already. And it just felt easy. And I mean, obviously Manuel's seen that, and I just think that's so cool. But yeah, it was always really natural and just fun. Tyson.
And not only that, Tyson, the movie First Date went to Sundance. I mean, that's huge to be accepted at the Sundance Film Festival. How was that whole experience this year? Virtually, right?
Yeah, virtually. I still just can't get over that. Like that, it's insane because a lot of people put in a lot of time to get to Sundance. And I feel like I got lucky. Like, it's the first go around with a film like this, first lead role, first speaking role. A lot of firsts for me, first Sundance. Like, it's just like, what's next? So I just feel very honored and lucky to just be able to be a part of something that big and that incredible already. And then for me, I just really hope a lot of my friends and family can just look at like, okay, if I step forward to any goal or anything I want to do, you never know what could happen. So I just hope I can motivate and inspire others.
Well, Tyson, Shelby, congratulations on First Date. Comes out in theaters and on VOD on July 2nd. I really enjoyed the film. And come visit us in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you both.
Yes,
yeah,
so much.
Have to. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck with the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.